Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Kiran, and today we will see the basic concept of LangGraph. It is very basic concept, but I'd like to add some demand from the students and professionals also. They want to learn the basic concept about LangGraph. So most people build AI agent as a grind and single file script, and they are become impossible to debug, scale, and maintain today. But I am showing to how to build an agent with help of LangGraph using object-oriented programming and microservices for same. So before that, I would like to give some basic concept in LangGraph. What is in LangGraph? The LangGraph is nothing but it has to be stateful agents. It is in cyclic and it has to be remember what happened before and it has holding some memory. So in the graph there are node. So node R is nothing but some, we can say that, service init, actual logic inside. It may be calling of LLM or it may be database, and it has to be defined the execution steps in a same. Then what is the age? Age is nothing but it has to be flow and it may be connecting two nodes, and routing decisions connect in between nodes, conditional edges also there, and conditional logic is also there. What is the next steps? Then basic and simple example we can see here. There are two nodes, start and end, and chatbot is one process where we have mentioned, and loop and conditional edges. So this is a very basic example I would like to share with you, and then we can go for the coding about it. So this is simple coding for a same, where import file, th- that are the import files required for this code. As a object oriented programming, we are mentioning one abstract class, where class and define one method that is execute. We mention the pass here because we have to only create a skeleton about it. Then microservices implementation encapsulation concept here. We are asking about the weather services, and in that we have mentioned the execute itself. Second is a class for stock services. Same, we are returning only whatever we have because we are not calling services here. And this is a mock LLM where we have to initialize it, null, and initialize the model. And we are mentioning if there is message in whether it has to be go for this message or returning this one. And now we are going for the states, agent states, and in that agent state it has to be adding the message in itself with the base message, and last one has to be agent orchestrator, means controller, and in that controller we have mentioning the which services has to be defined. Now we are building a graph. Here build a graph, we are mentioning or defining the builder one variable, state graph agent state, add node, we are adding node agent, add another node service node, then adding age start, that is the agent. The first agent has to be mentioning the start agent, and that has to be nothing but we are mentioning the agent here, line number 71. Then conditional age and aging, adding the ages continuously, and after completing of it we are mentioning the builder dot compile. Compile is nothing but it is completed. After completion of the graph building, we are go for the chart code, and we are mentioning the chart node, service node, and that are different uh, coding for the routing, the last one. In a routing, we are mentioning the keywords has to be there and then it go for the PCP. Now execution uh, level, we have to be mentioning the main, the orchestrator, one object, obviously agent orchestrator we are mentioning, that is the object uh, orchestrator, and then we are interacting with the loop, file through or whatever we are providing the input, it try to give the answers. And the orchestrator dot graph invoke the whatever the human. Now we can uh, execute this one. You can see here. Now first basic agent.py, and we are asking some questions on same. So it give the written answers. If there is a word weather, then it give the answer. So we are mentioning here weather is in Pune is 20 degrees Celsius and clear. So this is one basic introduction part for this land graph, and we can build the land graph using such type of thing. It is very basic. I have giving here example for basic concept and how we can build the graph and all this thing. Thanks everyone.